Yeah, that's what's up. Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down, bring that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we are here with Loungin. We're hanging out, talking about all that Twitter craziness in them streets. And I'm joined by the wonderful
Marqueeda LaStar, yay!
Yo man. We got we got a good amount of stuff.
Oh,
we
all this stuff.
We got a good amount of
Like
stuff.
too much stuff. Y'all need to stop wilding.
Yo man, some of y'all just need to sit down.
Just sit down, have a seat.
What do you want to start off with first?
Oh my goodness.
Because we do have, I guess we can start with James Gunn if you want, kind of, or do you want to start with Chris?
Well, Chris, I think it's the shortest.
All right, so start off with Chris, something
Yeah.
like an appetizer or something?
Appetizer, keep it light, ain't a lot to report, ain't a lot to say. I can see how it could spiral out of control.
But we kind of already covered the big stuff.
Our bestest to stay focused and not get into all the thing because it's pretty much a wrap. So they got a third party called Loeb and Loeb, which is I think more like a lawyer firm to look into this.
Yep.
And they came to like, not necessarily that he wasn't at fault, it's just there isn't like a liability issue at the moment. It seems more like it's not a legal issue. There's nothing to press that way. So, you know, a lot of people are celebrating this like a victory for Chris Hardwick. But it's more like there's nothing there tangible for us to see this going any further than it is.
True.
Also his ex, Chloe, chick with a last name that sounds like
Chloe something.
It starts with a D.
Sorry, it's like
real sorry about that.
Delystra or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
like that.
for messing up your name. I apologize.
All right, I'm gonna stop. Pretty much, she made it known that the reason why she even published the Medium article is because she wanted closure and she wanted to set the record straight, and he wasn't giving her the time of day. She wanted to actually this to be a private conversation that he would not have with her. So she kind of went Drake on him. Like I know
put the business out there in the street.
Put it. Well, it's not even just on the street. It's like I put it in my craft.
Okay.
You know, Drake puts it in his music. She
hit him with like
writer.
the written version of like a Taylor Swift.
Exactly, it's very Taylor Swift.
Like a written Taylor Swift.
Yeah, written Taylor Swift.
Cool.
That's pretty much what it was. It's like, you won't talk to me. You know, we got mutual friends. I got family. I got people I'm trying to work with. I guess
cool.
It was becoming a problem for her career because the story wasn't straight. You know, and if he's as manipulative as she's saying he was, manipulative people tend to do stuff from the background, in the back scenes.
Yeah.
So we are not sure. This is not something that clears him. However, because she is unwilling, she was she is unwilling. She said
to push it, I guess.
Push it. She says, "Look, I wanted to come out. I wanted to speak my case. I wanted to give my side of the story. I want clearance so I can move on with my life."
Right.
He would not allow me to do it any other way. It's done now. I guess whatever ice or wall she had hit, she's got through it, and she's done. She says, "I'm moving on." That's the whole point of this. I wanted to move on with my life, and
I did that.
And did that. I'm not getting hemmed up anymore. So whatever. I feel like conspiracy theory though. Whatever shit was happening in the background though, that stuff must have came to a halt. And she's like, "All right, because you thought I wouldn't. You thought I wouldn't say nothing."
What's up, Alan? Alan Lewis in the chat. And what up, Therese? What up? So it's nice to see you guys. I saw you checked out the live for the, Luke Cage joint. So glad to have y'all here. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Make sure to share this live stream to all your folks so they can come in here. We can all talk and chat about stuff. As far as the Chris Hardwick thing, I'm glad it's over.
Well, without any further information from her that she's made very clear that she doesn't want to give.
Yeah.
She said she could give, but she's not going to give because this is what she wanted. She just wanted her to
kind of like clear out her thoughts
and get closure and let people know what from her perspective, her side of the story, what actually happened and stuff. So it sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that hasn't even been made public. Because I read up on it, because I felt like a lot of other people. It's like, well, why did you do this? Because it doesn't sound like you're pressing charges.
Yeah.
She claimed from the very get-go when she first published it that she didn't want any harm. She wasn't trying to destroy Chris's career, her career. She said that from the very beginning. Like everybody like can't understand it, but you also don't. I guess if you read up on people who are manipulative, you know that they make it. They tend to be that guy or that woman that the last person you would think who would do all those things, and they go through great effort for people not to see them doing these things.
Word.
So I said, I can see it. So it's something that you'll never know unless she's willing. So she's just trying to let him know maybe that, hey, I'm willing to go there, but now we good. I can move on. You can move on. So he's gotten Talking Dead back.
All right, yeah.
And they don't know if they're going to do Talking, though. Because it was just his talk show, just about general stuff that wasn't attached to any particular show.
Okay.
He got Talking Up because, remember, that was given to, what's her name? Yvette Nicole Brown.
Yeah.
They had gave her
because it's like I can always see her face.
Yeah, I always see her face. She's a beautiful woman, and always so happy. I love her energy, and she's a nerd, and she goes to San Diego Comic-Con all the time. And
she just seems like excited for life in general.
Right. And so they actually gave her his gigs, and I was pretty excited about it.
I was like,
I thought that was a good move.
I was surprised.
I think if they don't give Talking back to him, that they should go on and slide a girl in there. I mean,
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Exactly, I wouldn't. I'd be like, that's a great move. That's a great move out of all this.
She's got a great attitude for a show like that.
Right. I think she would be very good at talking to other celebrities and stuff, because they have put it out there that, you know, the reason why they did their due diligence is because they didn't want to support that kind of behavior. Why they instantly canceled it is because who's going to come on a show and talk to somebody? It's going to be kind of hard to get.
It's going to be hard to kind of get guests to come in when they're going to be like, well, you didn't even clear such and such up. So
because then it's a statement. If you come on the show, you're with Chris.
Yeah.
If you don't come on the show, you're against him. By doing the investigation, which is pretty much the whole point of this, and I'm here for that. I'm here like, hey, allegations were dropped. Do your due diligence to make sure guy isn't slipping. And I think they did all they could as a company. You know, they pulled this thing and said, we're going to do our own investigation, even if there is an illegal one, just to see if there's nothing else going on.
As long as there's nothing crazy.
And maybe he got pulled to the side and said, hey, whatever you think you're doing,
stop
it. So I think that's all we really are asking for, like stop supporting the behavior. If there is some questionable behavior going on, go on and correct it. So that's pretty much what happened. He's got Talking Dead back. Talking is up in the air. We don't know if we're going to see his first episode of Talking. The only reason I want to see it is because Donald Glover is in it. That was just that was the premiere episode that got pulled.
Word. But thank you, T. Glad I pronounced your name right. Glad I got it. Therese, that's what's up. And Alan Lewis, great to see you here and also on Beats Vibes Life. But if you guys are feeling any type of way about the Chris Hardwick stuff, that's cool. I want to jump into James Gunn. Okay. Because, I've talked about it a couple of times. Right. But, we haven't really gotten down on it. And I know most people have probably already heard the news because it happened on Comic-Con weekend or just before. I think. Right before. And he was actually supposed to do a surprise appearance. Yeah. He wasn't actually scheduled. But what came out later is he was actually planning to surprise fans at H Hall, which if you go to Comic-Con, H Hall is the big hall. Yes, that's where all the big stuff goes on. Panels, the line is crazy. Celebrities. If you're in Hall H, you've made it as far as geek and the industry is concerned in geek culture. So it's the big one to hit. So it didn't happen, of course, because he got canned by Disney Marvel for some very old tweets. Yeah, and they were around circa 2008. Some were 7 years, some were 10. Some were 10. Yeah. So starting around 2008 up to like a couple of years up to that, where he had a very bad. It was really bad. Yeah. A lot of rape jokes, a lot of pedophile jokes. But he has since apologized for it. Right.
And so I said, I looked at it and I saw it as a yikes, my guy. Like, and I don't know. This is where I come back to this constant conversation of when do we allow people to grow or learn from them. I don't know. I know some stuff is really hard. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of like,
and I because there's one part of me that's like, okay, he apologized for it, and since the most important part is since he apologized, we have not seen that behavior again, which means that he was genuine.
Right.
But when rape is on your mind that much, when pedophilia is on your mind that much,
it's a lot of tweets.
That's a lot. You're talking. I think they said in all it was approximately like 10,000 tweets.
Right.
And
like you didn't have the instance to like delete them, my guy.
To his defense, at that time, comedy was just about being offensive. There was this period. See, a lot of people forget. There was a period comedy went through where it was like being offensive just for the sake of, you know. And if you're trying to be like in the shock crowd, you do your best to do that, but it's still not a good look. That's why I never liked that kind of stuff.
Right, but my problem with that is like, dude's not a comedian.
Yeah, but he's still trying to be seen. You know, he's trying to be polarizing. You know what I'm saying?
Filmmaker.
Yeah, but he's still trying to be polarizing.
I mean,
it's no.
That's like
he's
the
not
worst
saying
way
jokes,
to get
but this is like
when
he's not saying jokes, but it's similar to when Christopher Nolan is like, Netflix movies aren't real movies. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to, you know, make a statement.
He's like old man yelling at people to get off his crap.
Yo,
that's how I feel about that.
Yo, man, wait till Netflix pull that money up on Christopher Nolan, and he be like, I'm gonna make a Netflix movie.
There it is. Yeah. What the thing is, so that's my part right there where I really want to make a way for people to atone for stuff, because as far as we know, he didn't actually go out and do any of that stuff.
Yeah, but as far as we know.
And the behavior did change over the course. Now, you're talking 2008, that's 10 years ago.
True.
You know, my guy, I don't want anybody judging me on stuff I did 10 years ago.
10 years.
If I didn't actually commit a crime.
And you apologize.
And I apologize. And I'm like, hey, my behavior since then has moved. You know, if that ain't redemption, what is?
Yeah.
So I got, then there's the, you got to throw into why these tweets came out.
All right, cool.
Clint?
Yeah. Calandra, what's up? It's nice to see you. What's up? Yeah, he did apologize. He was like, yo, I was trying to be shocking and all that stuff, trying to be seen back in the days.
Right. I get it. I mean, that's, it's trolling behavior, but I don't even think like, it's not even traditional trolling behavior, because trolling behavior, usually they're going to say something that's like trending, it's kind of related to you.
He was just kind of dropping.
He was just dropping the randomest stuff, and like he's going hard, but he did apologize. And again, the tweets are all very old, meaning that, you know, there's been a change of behavior.
Yeah, which is good.
You know, way before I think anybody even called him out for it, the behavior had already been. It's already gone.
Yeah, already changed.
By the time you learned about the behavior, he's like, well, shit, I was like a young
I'm done with it, and I apologize, and I haven't done it since.
Right. So what you want me to do, I can't.
My question to you is, what's the cutoff? For me, it's like, once you get to 5 years, it's kind of like, all right, man.
I don't know.
For me, it's like 5 years. Like, and guys in the chat, how long is it before you're like, I'll let something go, whether it's like your friend or your brother or your mom or a coworker or something? How long? Like, is it 5 years? Is it 10? Is it, you know?
I think Disney's petty as hell for doing that.
Oh.
How y'all hiring him knowing these tweets, then all of a sudden he's back. Well, no, they didn't know about these tweets.
I want to say that they did. There's no way you hire someone who was working for like trauma and all that, and didn't research them at least a little bit.
They researched them. I'm sure they looked at
But 10 years back, maybe
these are 10 years back.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they didn't know.
Have you ever tried to go back through? I've gone and tried to go back through my own timeline to find a tweet I thought I knew about.
Yo. Going back to Twitter is tough. I don't know how these people be doing. Well, they do advanced search, but here's what I would have liked to see Disney say. Now, of course, the smart publicist people would write it, but this is the general thing. Like, guys, we have seen the tweets that you brought to light. They are disturbing. Since then, he has apologized, and he has not returned to that behavior. With that being said, we believe that James Gunn is a different and changed man since then. With that said, we are moving forward with using James Gunn as our director for Guardians 3. Now, of course, the smart publicist people would write it in a professional way, but that's pretty much how I would handle it as Disney. But Disney is a family company, so it's tough, because like Adult Swim.
Did not know about the tweets. The tweets are really far back.
They are back.
Tweets
like
a lot.
Yeah. See, like I tweet kind of a lot, and if I try to go back like a week, it's like tons of tweets. It's hard.
I feel like people got expectations for these companies. Now, okay, so back, I do social media, or I once did. I once did. I don't do it anymore. And like when you go to people who are looking for social media and they get to social media people, these are people who up until a couple of years ago knew nothing about social media.
Yeah, because you're talking about older like media, the older crowd that's not really interested in it.
Trying to crack the code of social media. Now, I'm not saying they're completely naive or ignorant, but I just don't think when they're probably going to learn from this to say, okay, we need to ask. If you're new to Twitter, and I'm not saying they even knew again, but this is a new lesson of this is becoming a thing in recent years, recent years of saying, I'm going back 10 years. I'm going 2010.
Yeah, because right now we're in a very exposure and cancel society. So it's like, I'm going to expose what you did, and then I'm going to cancel you. And it's like,
yeah, exactly. I said even if they did hear some things like they were saying
Therese or
Calandra.
Oh, Calandra. All right, cool.
Saying like she doesn't think they honestly researched him. And
they probably didn't. They probably knew like what he did recently.
Exactly.
But 10 years is a grip to go back.
Yeah, 10 years. Like I don't know if you've ever dig through tweets. I've done it. It's not pleasant.
I dig through my own tweets sometimes, and it's hard to go back.
And I'm like, I don't want to go through all these tweets. So you might even go and look at the last couple of years of tweets thinking you're going to be cool. Because if I feel like if we let sense dictate us, logic dictate us, that tweets from 10 years ago, if the dude ain't admitting to committing a crime,
then you're like, all right, it's all good.
I don't think I would have cared. Like, even if it's offensive, I'm going to give you some side-eye. Definitely, for sure. But then that means he needs to be on his P's and Q's then.
But he's been relatively cool.
Exactly. He hasn't given us, like, so what behavior has he given us other than that?
Yeah.
People are trying to compare it to, what's her name?
Oh, Roseanne. It's not the same.
Was doing that
because there were a lot of
she did it 10, 20 years ago. She's never stopped.
Yeah, like
there's
Roseanne.
No change in behavior.
There were a lot of people that lean conservative trying to say like, oh, this is just like Roseanne, and it's like, no, Roseanne is racist now. He was a little shock jock back then, but he hasn't done anything
that's
since.
Two different things. I was like, it's almost like you go back 10 years ago, especially let you be in your 30s.
Yeah.
And say, I'm going to go back to 10 years when I was in my early 20s or late teens.
Like I just turned 36. So if I went back to 26, I'm pretty sure I did something or said something or treated someone in a certain way where I'd be like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just more like it's likely for a lot of people. Like me, I know if I go back those many years, then that means I'm in the height of my like punk goth, and I was online, and we were kind of the same way. We would say weird
things just to kind of get a rise out of people,
stuff, troll people, kind of stuff. Yeah, so so it's like Gunn's tweets were dumb, but Bryan Singer's has a whole documentary about how he's a pedophile.
Yeah, Bryan Singer.
Thank you.
Yo, Bryan Singer's a whole nother level. Yo, shouts to Eon for coming through, man. Hopefully you saw that video that I made dedicated to you about the merging of the DC animated live action universe. But yeah, Bryan Singer been sneaky for a minute with them young boys.
He should have lost his job. Now, this is the thing that I wanted to bring up, is that why these tweets came to light. It's been admitted. I was actually looking at Sabrinah and on, was it NBC or CBS? They said that this is how that we were using it to get people fired. Both sides are using it to get people fired. So you got I hate to do this left and right thing because I don't feel like I fit in those parties anymore. I feel like the left and right thing, the two-party dichotomy is like poisoning us and stuff like that. And I don't want to fall into it, but they're saying like the alt-right is saying, well, they're pretty much doing what I think all people are doing. Like if a horrible story comes up, it's like, this man,
needs to be fired.
Did a horrible thing to a child. We all come in. We don't care about your political thing. He did a horrible thing to a child. He needs to be fired. He needs to be put in jail. We all agree. We all speak to the lawyer. All the lawyer says, boom, he's gone. Press charges. It's gone. So what they're saying now is the alt-right is doing the same thing. That's why these tweets from 10 years ago popped out. And they even had Fox News was covering it and saying that, he's been very outspoken about Trump. And so this is why this came out. I forget the name of the guy who dug up the tweets.
Yeah, but it was kind of like an alt-right thing. It
was an alt-right where they called it out. They knew we would get upset, we get mad, and go fire him without using our brains and saying, wait, these are from
because Disney has to kind of like distance themselves.
Exactly, super sensitive.
But since then, all of the actors have come together and been like, yo, man, dude's cool.
Yeah, and at first I had to get the history all together because at first I'm like, why are they defending this dude? Yeah. And then I found out the tweets are from 10 years ago, and while I'm not cool with any of it, I'm still like, dude.
You see that it was a thing to be shocking and not part of his life. Because if it was part of his life, it would have came back up sooner or later. But it never did. So it's like, I think Disney moved kind of fast, but I understand why. Because Disney is, they're trying to protect themselves. But it's, how far do you go back? And in the chat, I don't know if you guys have already started, but what's your cutoff? Like, how long would you go back on like a friend or a brother or sister or whatever? Would you go back 5? Would you go back 10? Would you go back 15 years and be like, you did this? And it's like, dude, that was in 1998. Like, how far would you go back? Me, I say about 5 years. After 5 years, it's like, all right, let it slide a little bit.
To me, it needs to be a case by case because I'm queen nuance. I'm like, you can't blanket this.
Well, yeah.
And I feel like everybody
like somebody killed somebody 6 years ago. They're like,
it happened a long time ago. What you want me to say?
Yo, man, he killed him 6 years ago with his bare hands. What do you want me to do? It's 5 years.
That's the thing. Like our society has gotten to the point where I think generalizations and blanket statements and approaches to things aren't working for us like it used to. Like your parents' era, this might have worked, but it definitely doesn't work now.
The QA or is it the OA? The QA, let it slide. I'm just playing, guys. The QA is like, really?
No, we're just
playing, guys.
He's playing into this point and making about nuance. And you have to consider each and every case kind of like by its own merits, by its own like context and conditions. And in this case, the dude hasn't done anything problematic or illegal. He didn't do anything illegal in the first place.
True.
And then he hasn't continued the problematic behavior since in many years. It's what you want. It's what you want. You want the person to stop with the bad behavior, right? Yeah. He did that. You want the person to truly apologize and change their behavior. He did that. So what else do you want from the guy? Why are you taking this job? And so, 10,000 tweets though. I know that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a struggle. You're like, my guy.
But it's also a very old guy.
Ultimately, I'm positive that none of those tweets got you your job, bruh. So, Gunn, I don't know what you was doing.
See,
I wouldn't say it's a length of time matter. I agree. It depends on the original transgression. Plus, what has been done.
All right, Calandra, we got you. We got you.
We're on the same boat.
We got you.
Literally on the same boat.
We here.
Like, that's why I was like, really, we just gonna swipe it with time.
Like, 5 years, you good?
You know, you stabbed that person 30 times.
It seems like you're right at 6 years.
Yeah, so we good. We good. It's pretty terrible what you did, but you know, burning people's lives and all.
So you set someone's house on fire, but it looks like it's been 5 years.
So we're not trying to do all that. But,
all right. So with the letter from the actors, do you think?
He says contractually, Gunn might have grounds to sue. They hired him and his tweets, knowing his tweets and background. We've already established. Yeah, come in a little late.
I don't think Gunn's the type that would try to sue. I think Gunn is in a place where. I think Gunn's in a place where he could actually be brought back on.
Yeah.
Disney's in a spot, especially with that letter from the actors, Disney's in a spot to wait about a month and then say, after considering his change, after considering the actors, after speaking to Gunn, we decided to bring, they could do that.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? About a month, let it die down a little bit, and then come back out.
I mean, I know. I was like, I looked at the tweets.
Those tweets, some of those tweets, I was just like, yo, bruh.
Why?
Yeah, I was like, yo, what is up with you?
You gotta find a
but then
hobby.
when I was thinking about how comedy was at that time, I was like, yeah, because everybody at the time was trying to be shocking. And it's just, I didn't like it,
it's
but
hard.
It is kind of how it's going.
I want to be fair about it and stuff like that. And I want to set some kind of foundation where it's like, again, like, let's say.
Say the QA, all right, cool.
He says, I actually don't think Disney knew about the tweets. He did previously apologize for his blog where he made some sexist remarks and giving.
All right, cool. Yeah, we right there. We got you.
Yeah,
so,
you got you. Exactly. So that's what it is. It's really just, I think a lot of people are gagging over these tweets as they should.
But it's not that man anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, quick before we jump to the next thing, I want to give a shout out to like Calandra, the QA, Cooley Highs in the chat. What's up? Eon 001, Therese, Alan Lewis, I think is still in the chat. Thanks for rolling through, watching this with us. Of course, make sure to hit that thumbs up, share this stream on your platforms, let your friends know to come and check it out with us, because now we're going to talk about something fun.
Yeah.
My favorite story.
He had one more question. They want to know if James Gunn, if you were James Gunn, would you come back? I would.
Yeah, I would. I
don't see how this.
I don't think Disney disrespected him. Yeah. So I think James Gunn would come back. If I was James Gunn, I'd come back. And I think there's room for him to come back.
That's true. I think that's Eon 101 001. Yeah, he says he was saying Gunn probably doesn't remember the tweets himself. Probably not.
Yeah, because 10 years ago,
somebody could dig some stuff in my tweets. Yo, I'd be like, dude,
if you go back 10 years ago on me, you'll be like, oh, you did this, and I'll be like,
what?
I'll be like, my bad. I'll be like, you know, like, sorry.
Right, yeah.
Yo, I didn't mean to.
Wow. I don't know. Like I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, 10 years. If we go back 10 years on anybody. Right. There's going to be something that's a little shady.
I don't have questionable tweets like that, but I know me. Yeah. I know me. I know I say some out of pocket stuff.
I'm trying to think. When did I get on Twitter? I got on Twitter. I got my phone. Oh, well. I think I got on Twitter like right in 2008.
Well, I did myself
So I'm trying to remember what. I can't remember what I was tweeting about. You guys are probably going to let me go advanced search, see what was he talking about.
Right. Well, I did myself a favor. My Twitter is not even that old. I have an older Twitter.
Oh, but don't nobody know.
Yeah, I smoked that one.
You scrubbed that.
Yeah, I was like,
delete that user.
I'm not even gonna do that. No, we ain't playing that game. Because I had one from like almost since like Twitter opened.
Wow.
Yeah,
I had one early, but I don't think like. When did Twitter come out?
2007.
All right, yeah, I think had mine since like 2008. So it was like it wasn't fresh baby new, but mine was kind of, I've been around for a minute.
Right. So I was like, I want to keep this date on here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's back there.
It's like.
But I know, like, I was going through my most punkish phase, and I was a dead baby joke person.
Oh. Yeah, see? Look, fire her. Get her out of here. I
was like, we're punks. We can talk about this kind of stuff. Fuck society.
Oh man, there's only one dead baby that I've ever made a joke about, and if you've seen it, I think it's Dawn of the Dead. The remake that Ving Rhames is in it. And this lady, she gets scratched by a zombie and she's pregnant and the baby comes out and it's a little, and I called him dead baby. And it's like, oh, look at a little dead baby. But that's the only one, it's the only dead baby joke I've ever made. I think it's a cute little dead baby. But that's it. That's the only one I've ever made fun of.
You never, oh man, like, dead babies can be so creepy though, because remember the dead baby from Pet Cemetery?
Yo!
Woo! It took the old man out.
Yo, Pet Cemetery? Yo, Pet Cemetery be having, like, straight up like Dean from Supernatural, what's dead should stay dead. Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Don't be trying to bring it back, because whatever you bring it back, it's not going to be the same.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? But speaking of someone...
Man, somebody said they signed up for Twitter to get tweets from 106 in Park.
Oh, snap. Yo, shouts to Alan Lewis with that 106 in Park.
Was that doing the Free and AJ?
You was Free and AJ.
Was it Free and
when
AJ?
Lil Bow Wow was on it all the time.
Right.
Who else used to be?
That's my era.
When they had the Freestyle Fridays.
Yeah.
When 106 in Park was kind of sweet.
It was.
Like, it was kind of sweet.
Good.
And I was a fan of AJ. I ain't going to front. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan. Hashtag don't tell my wife. But, you know, I was a fan of Free. You know, she was cool. She was alright.
I'm gonna tell.
But speaking of someone who did not get fired, your girl from McDonald's. That's right. She still got her job.
Get fired?
No, she ain't get fired.
I forgot. I was gonna look at it. So some world star went down at McDonald's. And what city was it? Was it Denver?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay, so
that's right. Las Vegas.
Wow, world star. I was like, I'm disappointed in the video because people weren't shouting world star in this video. I was like, that's the only thing that could have made this more complete. So what happened in Mickey D's is that old girl, well, actually it's not that, because I think somebody's trying to make it sound like she was fighting just because the employee hit her because she was getting soda, with her cup, and that wasn't it. So she did.
Yeah, it was a myriad of things.
A myriad of things.
But she gave her a number 2 combo.
Right. She was like, oh, 1, 2, bam. There goes 2 cheeseburgers. Right in your ear.
I ain't seen a combo that good since Marvel vs. Capcom.
I mean, I was reading this article and they're like, I hate to disappoint you. David did not beat Goliath.
Oh man.
Because the woman's clearly bigger than her.
Shorty.
The employee is bigger than her. So what happened was this woman asks for a water cup.
Yep.
And you know how they can turn off the soda machine. So they do. And so the woman took her milkshake that she had ordered and threw it at the employee. Yep. And the employee just rose up.
She said, I am here.
I'm here.
I have arrived.
Let me give you these hands.
Oh, and this is straight up. This is how I described the video to my wife before I showed it to her, because she hadn't seen it. I was like, "Oh, this lady threw a milkshake on an employee at McDonald's, and she gave her what she needed." I was like, "That was it."
Exactly. She's like, she ordered something by throwing the shake, and she delivered it personally to her face.
She gave that to her.
And then so they're wrestling, yes, and so yes, her boobie did pop out.
Oh yeah, the breast. Every dude knows that when girls fight, it's going to be a titty coming out. It's sooner or later, and it did come out. It surprised me because I was at work watching the video, and the titty came out. I was like, oh.
He was like, it may have been McDonald's, but the woman was delivering Whopper.
Oh. Who was that, Calandra?
Yeah.
Calandra stupid. Yo, homegirl said, Kadoosh. She was giving like the hammer punches. She was like, cat. Yo, look.
Homegirl, like, world star.
Yo.
World star.
Here's my thing. If everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing, she would have got hit. You want to know why? The workers, they were working. If she would have sat down, ate her food, and went home, she would have got beat up. Ask me how many times I got beat up at McDonald's. 0. You want to know why? Because I don't throw milkshakes at nobody.
People, I don't throw milkshakes at nobody. Yeah. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
That's not why I come to Las Vegas.
I drink my milkshake.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's it. And you a stripper too. You can't be getting your face messed up. She a stripper. She out there trying to strip, make her money. Look, you can't make no money when your face all bruised up. You know what I'm saying? Your job as a stripper is to stay as pretty as possible. Getting beat up does not line up with your job.
I agree with Eon, 001. He was saying like people try and mess up the context, and the employee was defending himself. 100%.
Yeah.
Like I say that all
the time.
She was
assaulted essentially.
Exactly. I say that all the time. I say I love my job. I'm here to help people.
Yeah.
I work a front desk, but I make it known from the jump.
Don't come.
If that's how you feeling, this job, you and me, nope, it's not happening.
Like, whenever you start being like, look, whenever you start preying on cats,
right. Like, I wish
what
you well.
Need you to do.
It's not, this is not going to end well.
Cause see, at first I didn't see the full video. At first I saw the video. It started right when she threw the milkshake.
Right.
That was the one on Twitter that I saw. I was like, oh snap.
Right.
I was like, dang, she got beat. I love how she picked up the chair and old girl was like, give me that chair.
Threw the woman. She threw the woman. Like you know you picked the wrong one. When homegirl lifts you up.
Straight up. She exalted her and then dropped her.
Exactly.
You know what? Matter of fact, shout out to Patty Jenkins right now. I know you working on Wonder Woman 2. If you need some Amazons, all you need to do is go get old girl from McDonald's.
I need Calandra to stop. She was like, yo, face was already.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, check it. Lisa and I, and see, Calandra knows Lisa. So Lisa and I were looking at old girl who's a stripper, the one that got beat up. She's the quintessential version of one of those joints that like be trying to act Blasian and like dudes be all on her. And it's like, fellas, especially the brothers, like, reel it in, because you're gassing them up too much. Right. That's why she in McDonald's throwing stuff.
Right.
All right, stop gassing these chicks up. Just because they cabocalasian don't mean they fine simply because they cabocalasian. All right? So just reel it in and stop gassing these shorties up. All right? Because all y'all men that done gassed her up, y'all got her beat up.
Exactly.
That's why she threw that because she thought she was fine.
She thought she could get away with that.
Yep. She was like, you're an employee. You can't do nothing because you work at McDonald's. And guess what? She found out that day, homegirl was getting all kinds of combos.
And they were real swift. They're like, we don't condone McDonald's went into corporate crisis mode.
Yep.
And I thought the woman's going to get sacked, and I felt bad for her because I said if I was in that same situation, I would fall back too.
Yep.
Because you just can't have people coming down there disrespecting you, and then that lets other people know not to try that shit with you.
Yeah. They know, yo man, don't go in that McDonald's acting stupid.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
look.
That's
I feel like as a whole, we really need to really teach, retrain the public we serve, because it's gotten out of hand what people think they can say and do to you and things of that nature just because you happen to work somewhere. I'm trying to make a living. I always try to stay respectful of people, even when they're not giving me the best service. Even if it's like I need you to level up.
Still trying to be cool.
Being cool. And I tell people straight up, hey, I do what you do. I need you to level up. I ain't here for all of that.
And as someone, I think Eon said that he worked at McDonald's before. I worked at Burger King, and I've seen some wild stuff. And I was surprised this came from this young lady, because when I was working in fast food, it always came from the housewife Becky's. You know what I'm saying? They always bringing that clipboard. They want to speak to your manager, and they're getting loud with you. So I was surprised she even pulled this. But when she threw that milkshake, man, that was over.
It was over.
That was it.
It was done. It's like, man, I'm ready.
Yo, old girl got whooped up and down the aisle.
And now you know the full story. You ain't even mad at it. You brought that on yourself, girl. Stop starting fights you can't finish. That's all I have to say. I sound like somebody's mama. Hey.
And old girl has been getting slayed on her social, on her Instagram, because they linked to her Instagram. So I went to it and I saw all these comments. They slaying her, man.
They dragging
see what happens?
She getting dragged on the gram.
Yeah.
Woo!
and she ain't even got that many followers. How you go? All right, I'm gonna say this. Women gonna be mad about this. If you're a woman and you have butt naked on Instagram and you ain't got but like 2,000 followers, you're doing something wrong. All I'm saying, because all I'm saying is on Instagram, that's the key. And you see other women, they half naked, they got like 10,000 followers. Why you half butt naked? You only got 2. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your butt naked ain't that appetizing.
He's all like, "What's up, little Miss Chocolate?"
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yo, what up, King Hebrew?
Hi, King Hebrew.
Yo.
I was like, he could be talking about you. You chocolate. You chocolate.
Nah, He talking to you. He like I saw it. But you know what I'm saying? Straight up, maybe old girl.
Yeah,
maybe,
they memed the hell out. Yeah, they did.
Yo, old girl. She ain't ever gonna survive. But I guess since she's been laid to rest, there's someone else who's been trying to lay stuff to rest. With a couple admissions, if you will.
Oh my goodness!
Our favorite Pied Piper of R&B.
So not. Oh my god. Okay.
Yo,
let's do this.
R. Kelly.
I don't want to talk about this dude.
All right, guys. So we do the show every other Tuesday. So sometimes there's stuff on the week that happens right after we do the show. R. Kelly dropped a song. He didn't even drop a song. He dropped like a podcast with music.
It's a podcast. It's a rant.
He dropped a rant. A soliloquy
music.
Of rants and music.
He was rhyming in his rant to music.
Called I Admit.
And it's a false invitation. It's to gas you up.
Yeah.
Say, oh snap! He's going to tell us.
He's going to talk about the sex cult.
And it's more like.
He's going to talk about Aaliyah.
How he going to blame everybody for getting on him and being a whole bunch of haters, and he don't know why people are coming after him. And because you don't got tendencies or nothing. You ain't been doing stuff sensibly or bruh. It's everybody's fault but his, and he just don't get it. He did admit he broke his hell though. I didn't know that part.
R. Kelly ain't that broke.
Nah, what he was
Don't he got a mansion that he hiding girls up in butt naked?
Okay, so for those who know and don't know, R. Kelly is illiterate. And so he says.
So he says.
No, they've actually confirmed it.
Okay.
He was supposed to present awards. You ever notice he never presents awards?
Oh,
because you got to read off the talent prompter.
Yo.
So he does admit this in the song.
Shouts to Chicago public schools, I guess.
Right, you know. And so he's like, people are coming after me for money, but I ain't even got no money because I signed away my publishing rights and contracts I couldn't read.
Yeah, but where your lawyer at? Where was your lawyer trying to hook you up, son?
When you first decide you don't got no lawyer, we forget.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
right. Even before this became known to me, I mean, I was a big R. Kelly fan before I knew. Yeah. And I was like, I'm one of those people where it's a case-by-case thing, whether I'm going to continue to listen to someone's music if they are having questionable, problematic behavior. It's kind of like with James Gunn. I'm not a fan of James Gunn, to be honest. I don't even like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't like Star-Lord. Star-Lord. It's not even about his direction, to be real honest. It has nothing to do with James Gunn. It's just, I don't
Star-Lord is a character.
I don't like the characters.
He gets on me every now and then.
Yeah, I don't like the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. So, me as a really non-fan, I could see this is unfair to him. Yeah. With R. Kelly, it's the reverse. I actually was a big fan. I was big. His song "Bump Around" was one of my karaoke favorites.
You know what I'm saying? Chocolate Factory was
everybody's parents. Parents and kids alike. People my age, people younger than me. Yep. We all cha-cha to his music.
Yep.
He's messing himself over with this bad behavior. If he could stay his ass away from either young ass girls, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that these girls, I don't care how fast the girl is, you don't know.
Yeah,
you know better.
Thank you.
You know better. They don't know better. They young. My feet, thank you. I'm not alone because I'm like, Star-Lord get on my nerves. and he literally, who said that? I was at a party. I was like, okay. Side note, I was at a party. I met this awesome person at this party because he was just dropping the coolest comments. And he was like, Star-Lord's power is white privilege. I was like, yo. He blew my mind. I was like, for real, because that dude gets away with shit by the,
you know what?
the seat of his pants.
Now I will say this: he was, at least until the planet was gone, he was half God.
Okay,
but
the half
he's
God
really just been
could be an analogy for white freaking privilege.
True.
Because that dude would be just like, I'm gonna talk you out of this. I'm gonna do a dance off.
Yo,
I'm gonna do really dumb stuff.
I can't wait until somebody tries to do a dance off and the dude just shoots him in the head and moves on. Because when that part of the movie came out,
I was like, it's white freaking privilege. That's Star-Lord's gift.
Yo, that's wild. Y'all can take that to the bank on that one. All right, so we got
Star-Lord cost us Black Panther, right, Cooley?
Yo,
thank you.
That's right.
I ain't never forgetting that dude. I didn't like him before.
If it wasn't for Star-Lord, we'd still have Black Panther.
Exactly.
See?
Weak punk.
Yep.
Get out of my face with all that. He's so whack. But anyway, and Calandra says she purposely stayed away from all the Kelly business. Another Bill Cosby, and he compares himself to Bill Cosby. And
really?
So, yeah.
Oh, see, because I didn't listen to all 19 minutes.
I found the words and some.
You just like read it.
Because nobody's trying to do that. I ain't got time like that.
Yeah.
I can read faster than I can sit here and listen to you go on for 19 minutes. So I looked it up and read it.
Yeah.
And so the way he was characterizing it is that they aren't sure if he was saying that Bill Cosby is innocent or it's more like a celebrity thing. You're trying to break, black men down. He called out other celebrities that are distancing himself away by name. I think.
Okay. He
called out Steve Harvey.
Yeah, because he said Steve Harvey and someone else is always being mean to him.
Right. He's like, why would you do this to a brother? He's like, I'm a man, but not a beast. And somebody came out and said, well, I'm a man too, but I'm not being a predator.
Yeah,
you're being a predator. Why are you preying on people?
Prey on.
You were literally. I mean, it's almost like he's too smart.
You've been preying on little girls for like years, B.
Exactly.
So it's like, why you
grown ass women?
It's like he acts like he doesn't know where this stuff is coming from.
Right, and that's literally
like he acts like it's almost like he's dumbfounded.
And then the stuff he admits to is like, we don't care. He's like, I admit I don't go to church. And I haven't been the best dad. And I haven't been the best. I was like, dude,
we don't care.
We don't care about none of that, dude.
We don't care about that.
We don't care about none of that.
Nobody asked. You know why you wrote this. You know why you titled this.
You talking about black people abandoning you and how you're going to do that to another brother? How can you do that to women?
You know what?
You do that to black girls?
I'll give you this. He probably is broke. If he doesn't have any publishing, that means he made his money by doing shows.
And that's what he's been struggling with.
Ain't nobody giving shows. And all right, I'm one of these people that feel that if you do something, you shouldn't have to go broke. Like say if somebody is raped somebody, of course, you get out of jail, you do have to get a job. You got to wear a pair of drawers or eat a sandwich or something to live. But you don't have to have the job you had. That isn't a guarantee for you. You don't have to have a job that you had. What you need to do is go be a custodian or something and get that money up. All right. Why don't you sell that sex cult mansion you got? All right, and let go of all them girls. Free them girls, R. Kelly. All right.
It was weird because I was reading all these different articles trying to get through this 19 minutes thing without actually giving him a SoundCloud play. And analytics is important, y'all.
Yeah.
Look. Let me hit y'all the game right now. You don't like a tweet? Don't retweet
it, and don't quote retweet it.
Don't do none of that.
We gotta black out people that we ain't feeling.
You really want to share that? You gotta take a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
Because any kind of interaction, any engagement of that post,
it shows as a positive for them.
It's a positive.
Yeah.
So that goes for every platform, from Facebook to anything else. People look at analytics, and that's all that matters. You got an article you don't like, take you a screenshot of the first page or something like that, and then tell everybody what it's about so they don't have to click on it. copy and paste all of it in the comments.
Yep, you do that. Big shout out to Eon. He said he could get R. Kelly could get a job at McDonald's. You know what? That's right. And that's a number one for the one in front. Would you like a number two? Right. With some fries for you?
Exactly.
You're like, that's where your butt need to be.
I need you to just leave these little girls alone.
Like, cause somebody was like,
and I also want him to atone for all the girls.
Yeah, cause he hasn't said nothing. He acted like he don't know what's up.
Now there is the case from he was actually acquitted of. I was amazed. I didn't know that he had been like acquitted like that, but it was acquitted from a lack of cooperation again. From his victim.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's a two-way street, and if there isn't enough evidence, and there isn't enough, so he was acquitted. He was charged with like 14 counts or something ridiculous.
Yeah, but
like
it's not that he didn't do it.
It was
like the girl.
But the problem is, it went to court, and because all the evidence wasn't there.
Yeah, and this was a huge
deal. So it does
deal.
count because acquittal is acquittal, and that's how people see it.
Yeah, people see like acquittal, like, oh, he's innocent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, here's. People,
Which is always
how young you are, you might not remember the court. Like, I remember people were bulldozing his CDs. Like, it was a huge deal. Then he got acquitted, dropped Chocolate Factory, and it was like, everybody forgot.
Everybody's like, remix in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I remember.
And remember you had braids and he was like this.
Oh my god! Or when he started doing the mask thing, I was just like, dude,
it's like you looking more rapey than you already did.
You getting bold because you got away with this, and now you getting weird, and this becomes more, and then the allegations don't stop.
Yeah,
you would think, hey man, you got acquitted. You need to make sure you checking IDs twice, thrice. And the soul, look into these women. Maybe you should settle down. Maybe you should start dating women before you just hop in the bed with them make sure that they're older women and stuff like that. Do your due diligence. Oh,
Eon is bouncing for the chat. Okay. Peace out, Eon. Going to get that money. Big shout out to Deliberated Dorsey. I see you in the chat. What's up? But continue on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure they old enough.
Exactly. So do your due diligence, because I actually met a guy like that once. Who actually, he was young himself, but he was just old enough. So it's like a 19, but she's still in high school kind of situation. So he got in a lot of trouble dealing with this girl that he actually knew and kind of went to school for a little while.
Yeah, because it's a troubling time when you're there, because technically you could be called out for, like, say if you're a senior and this person is, say, a sophomore. Right. That would make you 2 years apart. So when you're 18, she's 16. Or when you're 19, she's 17. And you're in that weird place where normally as an adult, like if you were 25 and they were 23, nobody cared. But you're in that weird space where it's just not a good look.
So it was like a parents being malicious type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I remember his paranoia. We were being nerds. Me and a friend were being nerds. I think we were in some kind of like comics type shop, because it wasn't a comic book shop, but we had the role playing games.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I think I was reading Vampire the Masquerade. I ended up buying it and stuff. Anyway, don't judge me.
I hear you. It's all right. It's all right.
And he was like, hey, that's a good one. I'm into this one. And he's like, well, before we start talking, I know this seems weird, but can I ask you guys what's your age? And we're like,
it's like, why do you?
That's weird, but okay, we're just talking. And I think at the time,
he's like, he don't want to take no chances.
Right. He was so paranoid about it. And I was like, oh, wait, well, I'm 20. And then my friend was a few years older than me. And then his mom comes over. He's like, did you check their ages? And they're like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, because she just started saying that.
Yo.
He had to spend time. Yeah, he got caught up.
And I've actually I've heard this from a couple of guys that were in college sports. And, in college sports, if you're playing college sports, or someone who does, women are fond of them because they are, the athletes of the school. But I've heard that they're like, yo, I need you to sign this, or I need you to say out loud that yes, we can have sex. Mm-hmm. I need you, because especially brothers at schools that are not HBCUs. You don't want to, Becky come around like 2 months later or something, so you don't want that. You need that love contract signed.
Right. And I think at this point, if it's merely a case of these people are trying to take advantage of me, these women want something out of me, then do your due diligence, because you cannot change others' behavior. The only thing you have control over is your own.
True.
So you're like, hey, I want to do this with you. A little thought, just a little thought beforehand.
The Liberator doing some wrong for that Remedial Kelly. Remedial Kelly. You know what? Here's another thing why I'm mad at R. Kelly. All this money you've made and you ain't never learned to read. You couldn't get a private tutor. Ain't nobody trying to hear that mess. You dumb because you want to be dumb. Yo, R. Kelly could have paid me millions of dollars. I'd have came there and gave you flashcards. Be like, Apple. Apple. A-P-P. All that. I'd have hooked you up.
But
you'd have been reading like a math.
It's actually a very old rumor, so there's some legitimacy. It's not a rumor. It's something that has come up before. So they linked it to times where they were like, oh, R. Kelly wasn't able to do this, and it's because people believe he's illiterate. So this is something that has occurred over the years, because I guess he's so wealthy. He's like, oh, I don't gotta learn.
Like, I don't need to read. It's like, yes, you're rich. You're gonna be would you like to read your bank statement?
Right.
Hold up.
I was like,
aren't you driving? How are you reading road signs, my dude? You don't know whether it says stop or go. You don't know.
I think there's a little memorization.
You're like, it's red. Red means stop. Or he be looking at like when they say the arrow got the X over, you're like, oh, no right turn.
I just think that there are plenty of adults that are because there's all kinds of adult literacy programs.
Yeah.
So this is not a problem that's unique to him. My thing is, with all the resources he has,
ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Exactly. It's like you have so many resources, you can't keep continuing on. You've been illiterate all this time, so why not learn how to read? So we're not selling for any of that. But he has
R. Kelly whack and
all kinds of excuses, and the only thing he admitted to was a whole bunch of stuff that nobody cares.
Nobody cares
about. It's the biggest clickbait.
I admit that I don't go to church. Like,
I was like, dude, nobody cares.
Nobody asks.
Nobody asks you about.
I don't care if you go to church or not. Nobody sitting around wondering like, do R. Kelly go to church? No. Have anyone in the chat, please tell me right now, have you ever wondered if R. Kelly was going to church?
Nobody.
Not a one.
I'm gonna sing some Kiss Sweat. Nobody.
Nobody baby.
Yeah, nobody baby.
Like, you ever sitting around like, you're like, man, I wonder if R. Kelly been going to church.
Is he a dad? Is he treating his mom?
Anyway,
how about his mama?
Oh boy.
We don't care.
So R. Kelly, ain't nobody messing with him, and that's why he can't do no more shows. The best thing he could probably do is going and give up the music, let that go, and get your butt a regular job.
That's probably why this song, because I was looking for that. I was like, well, what was pushing him? That's why I kind of wanted to see what, I tried to get like the full story for you guys, but I couldn't find out like what was pushing him, but it sounds like from the lyrics, he's very much under pressure because it looks like it's coming in, it's starting to finally come in. Like, because people have been boycotting, and they've been like, boycott R. Kelly for years. And that's how long
and I think it's starting to, because R. Kelly was supposed to do a show here in LA.
Right.
And I remember there was a lot of backlash because it was like on the radio, like, R. Kelly's coming to the Forum or whatever. And there was a lot of backlash, like, how y'all gonna have him come to the Forum, blah, blah, blah. Now, I do know a couple of people that are still R. Kelly fans.
I do as well.
I'm gonna do like this. I know someone who got mad, was about to fight me because we were going back and forth about R. Kelly, and he was all on some, R. Kelly ain't did nothing wrong. R. Kelly all good, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, really? Would you let your daughter stay at R. Kelly's house? Then all of a sudden, his back went all up. I'm like, oh, don't get mad at me, player. Don't get mad at me. I thought R. Kelly was all good. You know what I'm saying? Got your young daughters up at R. Kelly's house. Should be fine, right? R. Kelly cool.
He ain't did nothing.
He ain't did nothing.
You ain't right for that.
He don't go to church all the time, but he cool. So it's like, because sometimes you got to make it real for people. And
that's unfortunate.
We know you like his music.
I think that's
but he is not the only R&B singer.
About this is that the lack of empathy allows people to say, well, if it isn't happening to me or mine, let him keep making music. I want to groove.
Yeah,
and
it's
I think
like,
that's terrible.
Here's my thing. yes, R. Kelly made a lot of R&B music during the 90s, but there are other people that came through in the 90s and added some music. If you want some groups, you got like Boyz II Men, you got like Jack.
Delivery is making some strong cases that he's a lot like Donald Trump.
Says, yo.
Bad reading skills, thirst for underage girls. Well, you know, Trump trumps R. Kelly because he sounds like he's thirsty for his own daughter.
Yo, that is some of the weirdest stuff,
nasty.
yo. And people just let that slide, but that's weird.
Defending his actions, they definitely have a lot in common.
Yeah, like dumb. Yo, folks is dumb when it comes. Like, yo, I ain't even messing with them on that. They know they wrong.
You know, but Aaron Hall was better than Kelly.
Aaron Hall, R. Kelly stole Aaron Hall's swag. You know what I'm saying? All of his swag.
We got a replacement Aaron Hall. We just need to let him shine. We need to let him be great.
We got the real Aaron Hall.
We need to go buy his album.
You know what? It's time for Aaron Hall to come back. Yo, right? It's a perfect time.
Aaron Hall needs to see this as his time.
Yo, Aaron Hall.
We need you, AaronAll.
Yo,
come out with a new album,
bruh. You come,
just take or he over can that lane.
He can do it like Charlie Wilson.
Because he
get on a couple of rap songs here and there, and then drop your new album.
Because I went, okay, so I love oldies. And for me, that's an oldie. And I go with my mom because that was her like.
Aaron Hall was that dude.
That was her dude. We went to the concert and it had like Tony.
Word.
It had SWV.
Yo.
And then it had Guy. Except not
you got
Teddy
that
Riley.
Vibe.
You gotta go to special ones to get Tyler Riley. Exactly.
Girl,
and so Aaron Hall did the Guy songs, which I absolutely love, and then he did his solo stuff. Man, this guy thought it was like 1993 all over again.
Yo.
He got like the overalls. He's taking down his overall. He ain't got no short. He trying to be like as sexy and
did he have the sweat on his chest?
Oh my God, he did.
See?
And I didn't want none of it.
Aaron Hall still got it.
I didn't want none of it. But all these women there did. So you can replace him.
Yo,
you just
we slide Aaron Hall in.
Slide him in.
All right, let's see.
Aaron Hall was putting him on blast some years ago for not taking care of his son.
Snap.
That's something we can fix. So hey,
we
Aaron
can fix
Hall,
that. Aaron Hall,
take care of your son. Pay your child support off, and come on back to us.
You know what?
We can work with that.
Yeah, we can do that as long as he's not trapping young girls in a mansion just to have sex with them. We can fix it. Cooley High asked, how do we feel about Bill Cosby and the conviction? All right, we got another thing to get to, so I'll jump to this real quick because we already had an hour, guys. But thanks for watching us. Everybody that's in the chat, hit a thumbs up, share it, all that good stuff, all that. But Bill Cosby, that joint hurts, man. It does. It does hurt because Bill Cosby
did stuff for the culture.
Yeah,
and that's why it hurts.
Yeah, and Bill Cosby really did a lot for the culture. Justin Beckford showed some love. Yo, man, I think Justin Beckford might be my first super chat ever. He says, just showing love in that Venom trailer though. Oh, that Venom trailer. Yo, you know what? That Venom trailer, I'm well pleased. I'm pleased. It should have been their first trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm pleased.
It's working on them.
I'm pleased. It's a lot better. And it's probably their second trailer because those effects probably just weren't finished. But back to Bill Cosby. Yo.
Yeah.
It hurts because Bill Cosby gave us an image of ourselves that no one else would ever give us. But with that said, he also at least did, let's say he did half of what they said he did. Still wrong. And the thing that's tough about this is that it's not like he's a musician. Where like R. Kelly, you can just be like, oh, I don't want to listen to R. Kelly music. But like the Cosby Show had like, you have Vanessa, Sandra, Denise, Rudy, and spinoffs.
That's how we got a different world. And there's a whole generation of people who wouldn't have went to college without a different world.
Like it's proven that college rates or rates of enrollment rose because of a different world. So he changed black culture seriously. So it's hard to reconcile that, and that's why it hurts. Now, of course, yes, I do believe that there's a part of it that's trying to just attack a brother. I do believe that. I truly do.
And I think that's what it comes down to. It's like we want our heroes to be great. We want to hold them up to a high standard.
Yeah.
And to see them fall always hurts. But we should never allow anyone to become so important, so big, that we can't hold them accountable when they're clearly flawed. Yeah. That's what the people who say, well, I love me some R. Kelly music. I'm still
listening to it.
Those little fast girls need to leave him alone and everything would be okay. So what it turns into is you blaming the victim.
Yeah.
Who are children. So
are there some young girls that are fast? Yes. Are there some young boys that are fast?
Yeah.
Yes. But us as adults are supposed to be there to help them along in their journey and be like,
let
look.
them know you're going down the wrong path. Yeah. You're going to meet an adult like R. Kelly who's going to take full advantage of
it. And it's not going to be what you think it'll be.
It's not going to be what you was hoping you'd be. Yeah. It's not going to feel the way you were hoping it. And they're not going to hold you and treasure you. They're going to use you and toss you. And then you're left with this feeling that you can never cleanse yourself up.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that it's clear that while I understand the cultural treasure trove that is Cosby and his creations, and I don't think what I personally believe is that we can maintain that legacy.
Yeah,
we can acknowledge.
We can take.
This is where separation of art and person. Is for me is going to happen.
Because we need to take, and someone who's doing something very similar, that new LeBron James school. That could be that kind of atmosphere where we take the cultural work that Cosby has done, carry that forward, but leave the man and his actions way behind. Because now that I've seen what he's done, and especially the way he's carried out towards younger black males, being what he did, or at least let's say he only did half of what they did. Right. It's still crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. So Therese, we made that point where we were. That's exactly what we're saying. That you can't just shut off. You can't turn away from Cosby's.
Yeah, because it's different than a musician.
The musician, right? And plus, R. Kelly wasn't endearing himself to the culture. And I can't think of anything that R. Kelly has done but make music.
Yeah, it's not like
he was giving to the culture. He was infusing himself in the culture.
Yeah.
He's building for the future generations. He's too busy taking advantage of the future generations to invest in the future generations.
Woo! see this she dropping knowledge on you.
And stuff like that. So it's apples and oranges in my opinion, but if you're going to bring up Cosby, this is a time where I feel like we need, as a culture, to say, hey, we're keeping him accountable. Yeah. We're saying what he did was wrong, and now he has to pay for what he did, but you're not going to undo all the greatness that came from his legacy.
Because there were so many other people, like, all the other actors and actresses, all the directors that were on there.
There's so many people involved in making that art besides Cosby. Cosby opened up the door for a lot of people. A lot of other people got to walk through and make that art happen.
Very real.
So with that said, Calandra was pointing out that, there's a lot of other people in Hollywood who have done atrocious things like Bill Cosby, and they're not falling. And while that is true, I never want to fall to their low bar. I don't want to lower myself by saying, because you're letting those people get away with it, why can't you let our guy get away from it? Yeah. Let's rise above black people. Let's rise above. So that should never, so I understand some people are bringing that up because they're saying, well, the only
reason, it does hurt.
It hurts. It does hurt. I understand that, but at no time I
Hollywood, they kind of got rid of Harvey, sort of, and now they want to pat themselves on the back for the next 2 years.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of people that have been pointed that I never knew about because it was before my time. And so people are pointing, well, what about so-and-so? And you never got rid of so-and-so, and this guy over here, and that guy over there, and that chick over there. I'm like, dang, Hollywood is crawling with creeps.
Yeah, a whole lot.
A whole lot of creeps. And I said, but I don't want to lower any kind of standard to say, okay, we need to let our guys fight. Because remember, we had done that experiment. It's called O.J. Simpson.
Oh, snap.
He literally got off because at the time it was the perfect storm of injustices being committed by the LAPD. Yeah. And it had reached
some racism and all of that kind of came together.
This huge point, and he got off. This is 2 years after the LA riots. and stuff like that, and the dude got off, and none of us. I'm not convinced. I'm positive he's guilty.
White people was mad. Yo.
And
but
so so I don't ever want a OJ repeat. Because, and that dude didn't do nothing for the culture, and he still got off because of the culture.
Alan Lewis, that whole Roman Polanski thing, people need to play back the tape on everyone who gave him a standing ovation when he won that award like 2-3 years ago or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that he even won the award, the fact that just shows you where Hollywood is.
Right.
And one of those people, and I got love for her.
I would like to entertain to a greater, before we single it out, this is because we've talked about Me Too fatigue, because it's throughout
everywhere.
Our culture.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. So I don't want Hollywood to be singled out because it exists everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the thing that worries about. My biggest worry about Me Too and the whole Me Too movement, Time's Up, all of that, is that when Hollywood's done with it, then all of the normal women in corporate America and regular jobs and whatever are going to be forgotten about. That, remember when Hollywood was all hype about saving the whales? Where they at now?
Yeah.
Remember there was real hardcore about saving the whales like in the 90s?
Right.
Where the whales at now?
They even had Free Willy. That's what that whole movie was about.
Whales dying left and right.
Jackson song and everything.
Now whales dying left and right. You don't see one actor tweeting about it. Well, I ain't that bad. I'm just saying I think when the trend is going to be over, it'll be problematic.
So I was like, what it can do, because people do tire, is you have to find. You can't always come at stuff up with the same energy. And a lot of people say, well, if I can't do this, then I can't help. No, we have to find our own way to help. Like, I always say that about our current situation with the politics and administration.
All right. You
might not be able to go out and protest, but I'm saying your vote still counts. It's still a 1-to-1. Stop getting hung up on the election. Election's over with. Go and vote and change everybody in the house. Will change everybody. I'm so inspired by Alexandra. I can't remember her last name. No, from the woman who just won a House seat in New York.
In New York,
she that woman. When I'm
psyched about her.
Right, when I hear her talk. It's all the stuff that you and I say to each other. It's all the stuff at home, and she's not afraid to say it. To me, it's like her slogan should be like common sense is back. She's like,
for real.
How are we gonna pay for it? By making everybody pay their taxes, including people who don't pay taxes. Yeah. I'm not saying we need more taxes for you. We just need everybody to pay their fair share.
Thank you.
Like, so she says a lot of common sense that like this just gets left on the table. Because people get all flustered, let people fluster them, and then they forget. But
they're so passionate that they can't articulate kind of how they feel.
Exactly. She never gives into it. She never loses sight. She doesn't allow them to move the goalpost. She brings it back to conversation. And I really respect her for being that way. So, yes, your vote does matter. And you can change things.
And I understand feeling like it doesn't. I do understand.
Exactly. It's real.
But you have to go anyway.
And that doesn't mean that's the only thing you do. People are like, this system is jigged. And it is jigged to a certain point. But it's only going to get more rigged if the less you do. If they can convince you that your vote and your voice means nothing, then they won. Yeah. That's all they're trying to do.
Because, right now we're sitting around with, and this isn't coming from my mouth, this is coming from the Department of Justice, FBI, and CIA. We are literally sitting around with a president that is not a legitimate president. They said that the votes in the election has been rigged and messed with. They said it, not me. So we're literally sitting with a president that is most likely not legitimate, but people didn't vote. A lot of people didn't vote.
And it's sad because even after he got elected and after you see all the problems he's causing, people are still not voting.
Yeah, so it's
so I'm like, what's your excuse?
Midterms, y'all got to get out there.
Exactly.
And also when it comes to
my job, my this and that. Yeah. But anyway, back to this thing with Hollywood. You need to do what you can do. And so I think the greatest gift is they can bring attention. They're building that organization with the Me Too, the Time's Up thing. That's an organization that then can continue on with its sole purpose being the continuation of this work.
True.
So it works. It'll work out that way. If we say, okay, we're going to set something up, and their sole business is to make this happen, to make this work.
Calandra says we need voting receipts so they can't. You know what? That would be an interesting way. Like either whether it's like digital or physical, it would be nice to have that. Maybe not posted because I know voting's supposed to be secret, but voting receipts is a good idea because there was this whole thing of there was 3 million extra fake votes. It's like from where?
Well,
bro?
Actually, they've shown with many studies that the thing with the receipts thing is it might make some people feel better, but it's really unnecessary. And this.
Well, I think that's to shut Trump up.
Yeah, exactly. Hear me out.
It's really to shut up Trump.
You're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of money trying to shut that crowd up. You're not.
Yeah, and they're never going to shut up.
Another example.
They'll never shut up.
I'm a big science person, and they have come out with study after study after study that says vaccines do not cause autism. Does that stop anti-vaxxers from not vaccinating their kids? No. They say, it's a government conspiracy and they're trying to poison their own people. What would the government get out of poisoning their own people because they have nobody to
well, hold up. As black people, I got it.
Well, as black people, yes.
but yes, I get what you're saying.
There's in this particular case, because I know about the Tuskegee Man, I know about the original history of Planned Parenthood, I know about those darker histories of things. It's something of a speciality of mine. But in this particular case, this is not a vaccine that they're giving especially to black people.
Yeah, this is just regular everybody.
This is everybody who's getting this.
Yeah.
Now, if it was something that was just being given to one group of people, I have pause and concern. You might want to double check that. However, the study has been done, and again, the guy who even started this trend with the anti-vaxxers, he's been discredited. He's from the UK, and they're much harder about their PhDs because it's all plugged into their society and their status. So he was able to be stripped in ways that I don't even think you can get stripped of. Like, I don't know if you can get your PhD pulled away here, but he got his PhD pulled away. He got all his credentials. I don't know. I've never heard of that, and I've heard of some doctors doing some whack stuff. They can get their license pulled, but he's like a PhD person, and I thought there was nothing you could do to those guys, but apparently you can.
Not these days.
In the UK.
Take them down.
And he got stripped of everything that makes him this high status person there. So because they found out that a lot of his methodologies and the way he was doing the methodologies and his
they weren't sound.
They weren't sound. He was doing these studies on like friends and their kids, and he was paying people to do stuff, and then you can really skew. Like, so you have this really small sample size, which is a no in science. And then you have
but they do it all the time anyway.
Family. Well, those are not real research. That's not real. To have what was problematic with him is he was somebody who had a PhD in research. He was taught the scientific method and then decided to ignore it so he could get his own conclusion. He had already made his conclusion. Now he needed to work the numbers to make it work. And the thing about formal scientific reports is that they show all that. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like if you
who did you study?
Exactly.
When did you study?
How did you do it? And so that's the thing about these formal reports. I study science classically. I have a bachelor's in it. I've wrote many formal reports and research. Let me tell you something of 20, 25, 30 pages long. Okay? You got to tell all the business about your experiment for it to even be considered. So that's the thing.
To even be considered slightly valid.
Exactly. So the thing is if you come here with a hypothesis and you have a conclusion, then you have to defend that conclusion.
Oh yeah. Saying that happens in the medical research industry,
Well, I don't know if what we're calling medical, because I feel like a lot of things are being confused. There's really traditional research facilities that happen on a lot of college campuses that are usually very clear if they're not being funded by questionable people. And then there's medical research done by for-profit companies. And you cannot confuse those two because they're going to do things very differently.
And even stuff be coming out of school sometimes, like you hear those like studies, like in the morning news, and it's like, but you studied like 100 people, so Yeah.
I don't feel like those come from schools though. I usually feel like they're polls from newspapers.
Yeah.
They'll say, I see those all the time.
This study came from NYU, but it doesn't mean that their medical department did it.
Like,
it could just be some
kids
did it.
Because that's not science. Like, you don't tell me their biomedical department.
Go ahead, Alan. I see you getting your biology degree. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Exactly, I agree. That's exactly what I'm saying. You have to have a large. Yes, it's part of that be randomized. Well, it depends. Sometimes you're gonna if you're studying.
Yeah, if you're studying a specific thing, but
you're gonna need that. But yeah, but anyway, that's that's kind of like my point with this, where you can get things started with a lot of misinformation, and that's the point of the other side. It's using all this misinformation. We are drowning in misinformation, and if you don't give it the time to dig through it and really often when I read a story, I want 5 different sources to that story. And I know that's a lot of work, but you just cannot believe it.
She says 5. I usually do 3 links. I do 3. I'll be like, what y'all say? And depending on the outlet, I don't even trust that joint.
Right.
And then also look down and see where they got the story from.
Right.
Because a lot of people will link to just one source.
Right.
And you'll be like, well, then technically it's just one link.
Right.
And so it's like, you got to be careful.
Yeah, a lot of people
real quick for Therese, he's looking for something on Netflix to binge for the rest of the night. What kind of show on Netflix can we binge?
I was currently looking for something.
If you're into animated content, you got Voltron. If you're into animated content, Voltron is going into like season 5 or 6 now, so you can binge on that, and they're all 30-minute episodes.
Stuff.
Yeah, they got a bunch of docs.
Snoozing on my stuff.
If you like Black Mirror, you got that. You know what I'm saying?
I know everybody's comic books, but I am going to recommend. Oh my goodness, the U.S. history, like Oliver Stone. Is that his name? Oliver Stone.
I guess, because I've never heard of that.
It's on Netflix. It's like Oliver Stone is like a different. It's like it tells you like the flip side of like U.S. history that you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Man, that was like addictive. I'm a history nerd and I like documentaries. So
if you're into beautiful landscapes and stuff, this might sound corny.
Did he say Iron Fist?
Oh, Iron Fist. You know what? Honestly, you kind of if you watch. It's best to watch Iron Fist now than back when it came out, because you can kind of see what I think they were trying to do with the progression of the character, but they just kind of blew it. But in Iron Fist, he is a certain way. For those who haven't seen it, he's less mature. And then when you see him in Defenders, you can see he's grown a little bit. And then in Luke Cage and then in Luke Cage 2, you can see he's kind of centered himself. So you can kind of see those parts of him. But if you like animals, Planet and Planet 2, those are on Netflix. You can see, you can watch little like bugs and stuff. I think it's cool. I used to love Discovery Channel when I was little, like the little fish and the bugs, and watching, like cheetahs chase down a gazelle or something. I used to think that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I saw a snow leopard jump from the ground all the way up and capture a squirrel. Straight baller how high sad thing for the squirrel, but it's the circle of life. But anyway, you can binge it. It's cool, and it's not comic book stuff. So see, get your nature on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going out there, but they can film it and I'll watch it.
We have some new movies. Coco's on Netflix if you have.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Coco yet. I'm waiting to actually sit and watch it.
Yeah, oh my God, it makes you cry.
Yeah, it looks like one of those crying joints.
And there's a few. If you haven't gotten around, I know you was talking about. I know you're doing a show on Black Lightning.
Oh yeah, Black Lightning is on Netflix.
That one was really good.
Straight baller.
If you got Hulu, I think I would recommend Cloak and Dagger. I was
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger is a good one.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn, but since it's got all the episodes now, you can kind of like catch up through.
Yeah, just get through. They don't let you really fast forward though on that.
Yeah.
That's what I do appreciate about Netflix and why Hulu is never going to take Netflix crown because I can watch a series and actually binge it, where Hulu wants to drop commercials all through my shit, and I'm like, man, I'm over some Hulu. Like, can it? Like, I'll be up here like, please put it on Netflix.
Hulu stay losing,
please,
yo. Please
put it on Netflix. Well, you know what? I guess I'm.
They do have that show, the Handmaid's Tale. A lot of people like. I've never watched it, but I heard it's good.
I watched it. It's too brutal. It's too real.
Oh, it's too real. All right, it might be a little too real.
It's too real. So I would recommend it if you here for that smoke.
And the one I think James Franco is in, it's based on some Stephen King stuff. I've heard that's good. It's like 11/26.
Yeah, he goes back in
something
time.
Like that.
And he's trying to prevent.
I've heard that's good. So
John F. Kennedy's assassination, which I've watched some of it, and I don't get how he's going to do it. I lost the faith, and then he gets sidetracked. Sorry. Let me see.
Deliberated Dorsey. I'm going live tomorrow for the finale of Cloak and Dagger, so you can check me then. But yeah, we got sidetracked, but yeah, check out those shows.
Super sidetracked.
Because we got one more thing to talk about.
What was that?
There's one more thing. Shiggy dance. Oh yeah, that Shiggy dance. All right, guys, this is really just a PSA. Look, we know y'all want to do challenges. You might have friends that want to do challenges, cousins, whatever. Don't exit a moving vehicle. I don't know why we're in a society where I have to say that, but don't exit a moving vehicle.
We sorry. We got you staying up.
Oh, Calandra, sorry. Yeah, I know it's super duper late, but Shiggy dance, guys started to dance. People say, hey, this dance is cool, but what we really need is to get out of our car while the car is moving and do this dance. So, people have been getting hurt.
Ooh, real bad, too. People been getting hurt, jacked, messing up their cars.
Messing up other people's cars.
Getting fined, getting arrested.
Yo.
It's wild out there because it went viral and became like a global phenomenon.
Yo.
And the places where people get arrested, you can only imagine what those countries are. We already know it's the usual subject.
Yeah. Suspects.
That's what I was trying to say. Suspects.
Yo, man.
And stuff. So I was like, what? Homie getting arrested? Oh, dang.
Over
guys, nah, you know what country you live in.
Just look, stop.
Just think about it.
Park the car, dance, get back in the car, and go.
Yeah,
that's where we gonna leave y'all.
Oh my goodness, Calandra is like, what's this shit?
All right, cool. So there's this guy on Twitter. And he goes by like the Shigster or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's a dancer.
It's the Shiggy show. It's the Shiggy show.
Yeah. So,
and he's from UK.
Yep.
And he does this dance. I don't remember. I watched the video and his car's not moving. So I don't know.
No, his car ain't moving.
Yeah, I don't know where the moving car thing. He looked like he set the camera or his phone in his seat, the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And he's dancing kind of a little bit in the street, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
But
his car ain't moving.
Is sitting there.
Yeah.
So where this whole like moving, I think it was just other people trying to level up.
Yeah, people wanted to up do
the
it.
ante. And so some people do it real good. Like somebody clearly, I remember this one woman, she's getting it too. And
there are some talented people.
And she went clearly to what looked like a parking lot that had no other cars in it.
Not saying that you should do that either, but
not saying you should do that either. But it was the best case scenario that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And then of course people who jumped on it early, especially celebrities that went on it, they're not doing any moving cars. I saw Sierra's. She wasn't in no moving car.
Yeah. Sierra was safe and sound.
With a lovely, what looked like to be Rio background. I was like, all right, humble brag in the background, and stuff like that. And then Will Smith one was crazy when he was doing it on the bridge. I was like, what country are you?
Where are you?
Where are they gonna let
but
you
Will on his YouTube now, so Will is like doing some very special vlogs now,
right?
Where you can't stop him. Like Will is killing it, man.
Yeah, he is. But
shout out to Will. Will Smith watches the show
right.
all the time. You know, he's a big fan of us.
Eventually, we're gonna have some of these people on the show
that always watch the show.
But you know what? They feel like we will overshine them, and we respect them.
And
that,
I respect Will.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, we respect them and they shine, so we don't want them to feel like we're outshining them or nothing, because they stars and they gotta eat after they shine. Yeah. So we understand.
So we just try to keep it real for them.
Exactly. We try to be charitable. So we let them watch the show. We appreciate their viewership.
You know what I'm saying? Will, actually, if you could, Justin Beckford hit us off with the super chat. Will, I know you're still watching.
Right.
Go ahead and hit that super chat.
All kinds of trouble and stuff.
But so they started dancing. People got arrested. Some people got hurt. Some messing up people's cars. But guys, don't exit a moving vehicle.
Now I have a deep question for you before we get out of here and like that about this dance. So I am of the opinion.
Okay.
I miss the old Drake party.
Oh, okay.
I say you can get me through the mixtapes all the way up to Nothing Was the Same, and then
but you don't want the new Drake.
Like views
from the 6 and all that. All right.
That whatever trash he did with Future. Ooh, there was so much trash. But
say trash.
Exactly. I was like, More Life had a few bangers on it, I ain't gonna lie. And then I liked a few songs from If You're Reading This. And then the one song that everybody likes on Views, which is One Dance and stuff like that. So, you know, he has singles. He still does a few good, like, Lucy's. But my thing with this album.
All right, cool. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Are you going to be at WonderCon?
Oh, no, WakandaCon. WakandaCon in Chicago.
Yeah, I wanted to.
I really did.
I couldn't squeeze it in. I'm already using way too much of my vacay this year.
Yeah.
Because when you go to cons and stuff like that. So, I already been.
Man, I really want to go to WakandaCon. If you are in the Chicago area, you should check it out. It's their first year. It's going to be great. It's ran by Black people. It's just go and get your blackness and enjoy it.
Yeah, Alan's with me on that. He's like, Wheelchair Jimmy was like up into Nothing Was the Same, was his Drake at his best. I was like, thank you.
Yo,
he was great.
Wheelchair Jimmy though.
Wheelchair Jimmy though. So then somebody was making an argument. I think it was, I was listening to NPR, Sam Sanders, and he was making the argument like, the article started out, who's entertaining who? Because I think people aren't as hyped. Like I think at this point Drake is using credit he's earned in the first 5 to 6 years of his career.
I've been saying that about a couple of artists, but
right. He's literally, that's what he's doing. He's
Drake is living off of like the first 3 to 4 years of dropping all that heat.
All that heat. I mean, it was so consistent. I was like, how can he continue to do this? And eventually you burn out. It's how I kind of am relieved that Childish Gambino's retiring, because I feel like he knows he would do the same. Like all people will. Or
do something where you like go away for a couple of years, then come back with some new.
Or you only drop stuff when you know you're going to drop something true to you. Not hot, because I'm over hot.
Yeah.
Drake doing a double diss ridiculousness is because it's hot. Not good.
It's
not
hot.
His back. Hot. It's not. You're not here for the culture.
Because it's whack.
It's like, because there's a whole lot of whack. You need to concentrate. You need to focus, Drake. Because I know you watch this show.
Yeah. See, we know you watch the show, and all your people watch the show. Why?
So, as people who got much
big shout out
for you.
to Jay Prince, who also watches the show. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody watches this show. They know what's up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They see where we coming from.
We need you to consolidate, And so I'm guessing like 40 must not do his records like he did, because I remember him singing about how he had to pull back from having a whole bunch of tracks because 40 couldn't do it with his condition, because 40 has a type of MS and stuff. And so he can't work the late nights anymore, aggravates his condition. So for him to drop a double CD, I said, well, maybe that's why it sounds changing because he's not working with the same.
He's got to work with some other people.
With other people, and it's all boo boo. Like you usually want an artist to change and grow.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like he's growing. If anything, he's reversing. I don't feel like his rhymes are as tight as they once were. It's less reflective. He talks about a lot of stuff that other people talk about.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I'm like, every now and then I get a little bit of you. But I need you to grow somewhere where I'm interested. You gotta engage me. And so they're saying that, you know, In My Feelings, the song, right?
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's that great of a song. I'm not interested.
No.
But because of this challenge, the song is
the
radio,
song is now everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's rising up on the charts. You know, he's got all these singles that are doing very well. And it's so he was like, would this song be performing this well if it wasn't for the challenge? If it wasn't for the challenge,
And
so it becomes
the challenge is making people revisit the album.
And like, you know, and stuff like that, which I mean, it's all great for him because I'm like,
you know, publicity works.
Who can count on a random guy saying, hey, I'm going to dance to this song and make it hot and make it viral where the whole world
people are almost killing themselves.
Exactly, to dance to it. And so I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like that because I don't think there's anything particularly hot about Scorpion. I listened to as much as I could. I will not admit I sat there and listened to all, 30 tracks?
Yeah.
I was like, nobody needs a double album of that. Nobody asked for that.
Man,
you need to scale it back so hard. Like, go sit down.
30 songs and you got like 2 impossible. All right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, look.
Like, my guy.
Big shout out to Therese. He said Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole drop every 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, also to everybody that's in the Chicago area, I think Therese said Therese lives in Chicago. Therese, you and everybody else that goes, I know Thought Crimes will be at WakandaCon. Anyone that you see there, take videos, pictures, all that stuff, tag me. I love to see how it goes down. I want it to be so big. Wish it would have been bigger if I was there. No, I was playing. I'm not gonna say that. Those people are really, really, really doing it, and I'm glad to see a board of all chocolate people doing it. So definitely support it. Tweet it out. Go to it. Have a good time. Buy some toys or comic books or something. Yeah. Because WakandaCon is going to be fun.
We need it too so we can come.
Yeah. So once it's WakandaCon 2, then I'll show up.
We're going to speak it to existence.
Yep.
So we should try to do a panel or something for WakandaCon.
WakandaCon Part 2. Since all of their staff watches this, WakandaCon 2, we gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
It would be bigger if you guys were there. Thank you.
Thank you, Deliverant. Thank you, Dorsey.
We appreciate that. We didn't want to say it. We try to stay humble. You know, we're trying to keep these heads.
But WakandaCon 2,
on our shoulders,
we're gonna get there. We're gonna do a panel. We're gonna do something fun, something weird and fun. I don't know what, but something fun.
Bones Thug Art of War. I don't think I've. Have you listened to?
Best double album. Bone Thugs Art of War. It's been so long since I heard it. I can't remember if it's good or not because it's been forever since I heard that. Oh, man.
Y'all people out in Seattle need to make it happen.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
But I think that's pretty much it. We covered everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So, guys in the chat, thank you for watching Calandra Cheney, Alan Lewis, Deliberated Dorsey, Therese, the QA, there's so many. C. Brown is in the house. Yo, C. Brown. Yo, everybody give love to C. Brown. That is my little brother. He was on the Power Live last week. So much love to my little bro. Deliberated Therese, Justin Beckford. Great to see you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Y'all going to see Christopher Robin? I kind of want to.
I'll be seeing Christopher Robin tomorrow. So
I want to go see it.
I'm gonna be seeing it tomorrow. You want to go?
What's going on tomorrow?
7 p.m. Disney lot. You want to go?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
You go?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then can you meet me at Disney? Or do you want to? All right, cool. Meet me at I'll send you the info. See, we gonna see Christopher Robin tomorrow.
That's how we roll up in LA.
You see? So,
like, Disney I'm there.
Yeah, so Kalandra Chaney, King Hebrew, big shout out to Thought Crimes, Prince Onyx, all those guys. And before we bounce, this is just from us to you. We got to give y'all mad love.
It's 11 days to your birthday, but we got 14 days before we're going to be back again. So happy early 21st birthday.
Happy early.
And have a drink on us if you drink.
Yes. This is empty, but you should put something in there and then drink.
It's like bigs up to you.
So before we leave, the wonderful people in the chat, where can they find you?
Oh, I am everywhere on the interwebs as LaStar.net.
Woohoo! That's right. And you can find me, NERDSoul, NERDSoul, one word, subscribe, like, share all that stuff. Leave us a comment. Hit that thumbs up or hit that thumbs down. But if you do, I'm looking.
Sebra wants me to wish him a belated happy birthday.
What? Look, see, your birthday was in March, yo.
No, he wanted you to do it. Okay, he didn't want to do it.
Bruh, I said happy birthday when it was your birthday. Happy birthday
I was
again.
like, it's your brother. I imagine you would have already.
I love you. Happy birthday. But let me see. I think that's everybody from the chat. Cooley High. I can't think of everybody else. Kalandra, Cooley High, all those people. Thank you for coming through. Of course, that was Loungin, hanging out, and of course, from us to you, we're just saying peace. Oh yeah, that's right. It was a dope show. Peace.